YouTube, it's Christine with Souls Rising, jumping on with some oracle messages for you guys today. This video is for all of you Taurians out there. If you have Taurus, sun, moon, or rising sign, you'll want to stick around for your messages. These are timeless, so whenever this video makes its way to you, it's the right time for you to hear it. It's a collective message, so as always, take what resonates and leave anything that doesn't seem to fit for your situation or your life. I'm going to start with the oracle cards and see what comes through, and then we will jump over to the tarot and just get into the message a little bit deeper and get a little bit more clarity. So let's get started. Okay, Taurus, I'm going to show you what I have here. So the first card that I got is the man holding a coin. I do feel this card represents finances for a lot of you, and for most of you, I think this actually represents a male figure who has money or who maybe you share finances with. And then I have a happy family. Okay, so for some of you, this may be a spouse, or you actually have like a family with this person. Even if you're not married, maybe it's just somebody that you have a family together and there's finances involved. And then we have a journey. For some of you, this could be plans to travel because it's followed immediately by the strategy card. And a lot of times for me, the journey card is literally going on a trip or going on a journey. But it can also represent packing your bags. And for some of you, I'm actually feeling like this may be talking about taking a trip or making a move to leave a situation behind. So maybe some of you are actually considering like a divorce or a separation from a situation where you're ready to make plans to move on from something, or maybe even to move towards something. So for some of my Tauruses, this could be even making plans to move towards something that's going to bring financial stability and happiness for you and or your family. But I have a feeling for a lot of you, there's something being left behind in the process, okay? And then the next cards underneath, I have the third chakra, Archangel Chamuel. Just like standing in your power, solar plexus, setting boundaries, saying no. Thinking woman. It's this woman of high intelligence, possibly an air sign. Can be like Queen of Swords energy. And then we have seventh chakra, Archangel Ariel. This is a card of faith in this deck. This is the card that represents believing in ourselves or believing in fate, believing in the universe. Okay, to have our back or to protect us. I'm really getting protection vibes with this too. And the next card that came out is hostilities. Okay, I feel that the thinking woman is you guys. Okay, so I feel like this is my Tauruses, maybe thinking some things through. Maybe you're making some choices or decisions to move forward with some plans, and there could be some concern about, upsetting somebody, or maybe there's fear about that somebody else might not like these plans or disagree with them. But notice how this angel is actually standing in between this woman and this angry man, okay? And I get protection vibes with that. Like, I feel like she's being protected and that she has to have faith that she's protected. So if you are a woman who's looking to leave a spouse, making plans to leave or move on from a relationship, and maybe you're worried that somebody's going to be upset or get nasty with you. Maybe they are, maybe you're right, but you might need to still have faith and know that you're safe and you're being protected, okay? And underneath, I have anxiety, staying up late at night, being afraid or worried about how these plans are going to go. I do feel like for most of my Taurians, this is just a little bit of worry, mental worry, anxiety about how are my plans going to go. I'm making these plans to make a move or to move forward with something, and I'm tossing it back and forth in my mind because I'm not 100% certain yet, or I'm not sure how this is going to all play out or turn out. And do you feel like there's a tinge of fear of negative consequences or negative fallout, especially with that hostilities card coming out here? And then we have the 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron, which is like listening to your intuition. Okay, so you may be being urged to get out of your head and really drop into your heart and listen a little bit more to your intuitive voice, because I think you guys already have a little niggling about what to do next or what choice you need to make. And this was followed by the indecision card. So this is you feeling anxious, but inside you already kind of know what choice you need to make. Okay, you're maybe standing at this crossroads and you know you have to make a decision. You know it's time to make a decision. I feel like you've already kind of have something in the works, or you're thinking about, you know, a plan that you might want to put into place, but there's some uncertainty keeping you guys on the fence right now. Part of why I think for a lot of my Tauruses is maybe alluding to a breakup or a divorce potentially is because then we have the broken heart card showing up here. So, you know, there could be concern that, you know, that you might get hurt when you do this, or that somebody else could be hurt when you make this change or make this choice. And so you're really kind of debating or trying to decide what is going to be best or what's going to be the right decision for you. And then I have envy, which again, I feel like this is you, Taurus. I feel like this is you. And next to it, we have heart healing. And I sort of feel like I get this message of like, almost like you have to decide if you're done with the bad habits. Are you ready to drop the bad habits yet? Okay. Are you ready to drop the bad habits so that you can heal? So some of my Taurians, you're almost, this indecision is almost like within yourself, of like holding yourself back from the life that you want. And maybe there's, you know, a life that you do want with this, you know, either business or financial success, or even a man, you know, in your life. And, you know, if you're a female and or you're, you know, somebody who is looking for a male partner, and then happy family, you know, somebody you can have a family with or be a family with. It's like, and maybe even travel plans. I mean, some of you want to have those things and travel. And there's like, but there's decisions that have to be made now. And you have to have faith and really stand in your power, okay? Even for those of you that a divorce doesn't apply, like I said, this may just be you starting to really make plans of how you're going to get what you want. But that might mean you have to make some changes. You have to let go maybe of fears or worries that have held you back in the past. Or maybe you have some, like I was hearing with this card, bad habits. You can't take them with you. You got to kind of make a decision to let go and to really let your heart heal so that you can have this beautiful life that you really want for yourself. And then I have adjacent possibilities popping up on its side, which is transitions for me, which is coming in energy, incoming energy, right? So I kind of feel like the door can open for what you want. Like you can get what you want here, but you do have to be willing to let something go, or to make the choice to heal yourself or to change in order for this to happen. And that's going to require you to come out of your comfort zone with this next card coming out. Because this is the card of like, this girl's very comfortable in the garden where she is, but there's a whole world to be explored just outside that gate. And she has the key. She can do it if she wants to, but she's got to decide what she wants, especially with this indecision card showing up here. You got to decide what you want. Okay. So let's jump over to tarot, because this is sort of an interesting reading. I want to get a little bit more clarity for my Tauruses out there. And again, this is going to definitely apply differently to some of you than for others. I really do feel for some of you, this is alluding to separation, divorce, or a decision to make, you know, around a separation or divorce. But for others of you, that doesn't apply. For others of you, this is really more about believing in yourself and believing that you can face your fears and overcome them, and make the choice to really follow your intuition and to do something new and different and leave that comfort zone so that you can really have the beautiful life that you want. But you got to make that plan and believe in it. Okay, and believe in yourself. So let's jump over to the tarot. All right, Taurus. So here's what we have. So these first two cards make total sense to me. We have the Strength card coming out. I feel like this is you facing your fears and building up, getting your courage up, okay? And then we have Two of Wands, which is a card of planning. So once again, we have planning showing up, making a plan for what you're gonna do next, for how you're gonna move forward towards, I feel, the life that you really want for yourself. I do feel that this life is possible for you guys, okay? So I do feel like you can have the future you've been envisioning and the future you want for yourself. You can have it, okay? But you are gonna have to face some fears to get there. You've gotta have courage to climb this next mountain, okay? And then we have a Seven of Swords showing up with a Judgment. And again, that can be making a quick decision or a quick getaway. We have Ten of Wands, Burdens, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, again, I feel like this is representing you guys. And I really feel like this is like you can make this change, but you do need to make a decision to free yourself from some kind of burden or something that's been holding you back and keeping you sort of stuck, okay? So whether this is freeing yourself from a relationship or from a bad situation so that you can move forward, or for some of you, this may be more freeing yourself from fears or freeing yourself maybe from some situations from the past even that are repeating or coming up right now that have caused you to hold back from what you really want or going after what you really want. And I keep feeling like you have to make a decision to free yourself from something in order to make this work, in order to make things happen, okay? And then underneath that, I got Page of Swords, which can be clarity, understanding, awareness coming in. Then we have Six of Cups. And maybe some of you are trying, maybe you're having to understand or gain some awareness or understanding of the past in order to proceed. You know, maybe there's something from the past that's kind of blocking or keeping you stuck. And then we have Four of Pentacles, which can talk about finances. Usually this is like financial stability. And, you know, it can represent what we have to do to get there, but it's usually like financial stability and starting to, you know, think about what we might need to get there. And then we have the Sun on the other side. Also with the Four of Pentacles, I'm also getting like, so this may also be, you know, not just money or finances that you need to maybe take action on things. This can also be just putting the action steps, like the physical things in place that you need, the stability, the structure, right? The physical structure, you know, the resources that are going to be needed to build this beautiful future for yourself and to make you happy. I asked for some clarity on this. I didn't think it was an accident that I had Six of Cups, but it can be a card of family and marriage. And since I was getting it for some of my Tauruses out there, that this could represent, you know, a potential, maybe you're weighing out whether to divorce someone or not. And I asked for clarity and I actually got Ten of Swords right under it, okay? So again, clarity that some of you, this may mean you're ending a partnership or ending a marriage in order to move forward with something. And so you've been maybe debating about that. For others of you, this is actually parting ways with the past, but first you have to understand it. You have to understand why things happen the way they did, or understand your ancestors and the patterns maybe in a family that have led you to this place of unhappiness so that you can put an end to the patterns that are holding you back. Maybe your partner isn't the problem. Maybe these old patterns from the past that just keep repeating are the problem. Maybe they're holding you and your partner back from happiness. Or maybe you won't be happy with anyone right now because you're not happy within yourself, right? So there's some things to be considered and really looked at with this Page of Swords. We need to gain clarity here. Once you gain clarity, I really feel like you need to make it the decision then to lighten your load, to let go of some of the things that you've been carrying for a long time that have really been holding you back or holding you hostage, I'm hearing, and for some of you. So that you can have more stability and have a brighter future. It's like, I hear it's right in front of you. I hear it's right in front of you. That's not for everybody, but for some of you, that'll make sense. And then I have 9 of Pentacles, which is independence and success. This is not only, you know, feeling happy with what we've built for ourselves and grown, you know, for ourselves, but it's what has been created out of our own hard work, number 1. And number 2, it's finally getting to enjoy it. It's like actually reveling in the fruits of our labor, really enjoying what we have built. And maybe some of you have built something and you need to learn how to be, you know, how to be at ease, or how to be happy with it and to trust in it. But for others, I think this is what you're looking to have. This is but you're maybe not sure what's going to bring it. Okay. So you're debating, you're stuck in indecision because you're not really sure what is going to bring this for you. You're trying to figure it out. Either way, Taurus, I feel you all have something that's going to be being released or let go in order to move forward. For some of you, that's going to be you need to release your comfort zone and take a little bit of a risk. For others of you, it's releasing some old family patterns that you've been stuck in that are keeping you from having happiness, whether that be with your partner or without your partner. And for some, this may be that you know that you're coming to the end of the road with a relationship, and maybe you're starting to consider whether it might be time to go. Now, for those of you that are looking at possibly a divorce, you know, situation from a partner, with the way these cards are coming out, I definitely encourage you guys, even if you feel pretty certain that's where this is going, before you do that, take a hard look at yourself and those family patterns, okay? Because it's really being pulled to these ancestors, and there may be some repeating patterns that have been passed down to you that are causing the unhappiness in the marriage, okay? Maybe it's not the marriage that's making you unhappy. Maybe it's something that within you that's making you unhappy. And whether you ultimately end up leaving or staying, looking at that stuff and healing that stuff in your heart is always going to set you up better and for more happiness. Sometimes when we heal that stuff, we realize our partner really isn't the problem, and we're able to come into a better space within that relationship, and find that happiness without, you know, making that change of leaving. In other cases, it could be that beginning to put an end to those patterns means that we look at the partnership through new eyes and actually prompts us to leave the partnership, because maybe we created one that was very toxic based on some old patterns from the past. So each of you watching this video, your situation might be slightly different, but what you're being asked to do here is really get the clarity, okay? You've got some decisions to make. There's some things that have to be released, okay? And we know that now, we know that, but what, right? What are we letting go of? And for some of you, it's going to look a little different. Let me just pull a couple more cards. Anything else my Tauruses need to know that's going to help them with this difficult situation that they are in? You can manifest your own happiness, Taurus. This is kind of what I was getting with the first 2 cards that came out here with the tarot, you know, facing down the fear, okay? You have the strength, you have it within you to follow through with whatever your plans are. You can do this, okay? You can do it. You have everything that you need within you. This is the guide or the Hierophant. And I feel like you guys are your own guide. Like, I feel like you've learned so much in your life already, or through the experiences that you've had. I feel like you guys, you're ready to manifest the life that you really want. And you can. I feel like you have all the tools that you need to create your own happiness. And, you know, earlier we had this card of the 6th chakra showing up, and this is that card of intuition, and we also had the card of faith, right? And I really feel like with both of these coming, some of it's believing in yourself, you know, believing you can have what you want, but some of this is also that some of you already know what you need to do intuitively, or already feel what choice you need to make or what change you need to make, and you really just need to believe in yourself and have the strength to follow through with that. and have the faith that everything will work out, and to really maybe face down fears, but also maybe, facing down, other people who might not approve of the choices or decisions that you need to make, or who might have been abusive to you in the past. Maybe some of you, this is an old abuser, and you're having to find your strength and find your power. And that means, finding faith in spite of some, people who put you down or hurt you or harmed you in the past. Nobody is meant to stay in a relationship that's toxic or abusive. So if you're in a relationship like that, I can promise you the Spirit would not ever recommend that you stay and allow somebody to continue to treat you that way. You're either going to have to talk to them about it and tell them that they need to change in order to stay, or you're going to have to get out of it. One way or another, we have to find that strength to either shift things so that it gets better, or to move on if we can't do that, or if the other person won't do that. But I've never seen ever Spirit say to somebody to stay in something that was toxic or abusive. So, maybe, if you're really having to face that down in the present, you may already kind of know what you need to do, but maybe fear's stopping you or getting in the way. For others of you, these are old fears coming in. And I'm hearing the word nightmares for some, okay? So maybe some of you are struggling with some nightmares right now, even coming from the past, that are being triggered by something in your year in now. And you're having to really find your courage and face it down. Know your truth. Know that your truth is within you. Your strength is within you. You can make the happy future that you see for yourself. You can do it. You have it. You have the ability to do this. You have the key to your own happiness, and you can manifest it for yourself. But you got to believe it. You got to believe in yourself. And you've got to let go of the past. Let go of all these burdens, these heavy things you've carried for too long that are holding you back or holding you hostage from the happiness you truly want and deserve, Taurus. You guys can so do this. Have faith. Trust your intuition. It's spot on. Listen to your gut. I feel like a lot of you guys watching this are intuitive. You kind of already know what you need to work on or what you need to do. And so this message is probably just giving you a little extra push or a little extra validation from Spirit. Anyway, guys, those are your messages. I will be back in a few weeks with more messages. Take care. Bye.